Welcome back to this 100% complete guide for Cronos The New Dawn, and I'm truly glad to have you tuning in again. Today we'll continue playing together, and of course we'll be picking up all the items again. We're still here in the safe room. I just saved a moment ago, and now we're going to discard the bolt cutter so we can free up some space in our inventory. We don't need to use the cores right now, so we can move on right away. It's important that you put away the bolt cutter to have a bit more space. Feel free to give this a thumbs up, and let's keep going, friends. Now we need to get into the elevator here. And of course we'll grab the transmitter here first. And then it's into the rather creepy and somewhat unsettling elevator. And of course we'll carefully press the button and then head straight up. Yeah, once we finally get to the very top, there's actually absolutely nothing to pick up at first. You can just run straight through, simple as that. And just follow this longer path here. Careful, there's a boss coming up soon. And of course, you should have plenty of ammo with you. Jump over here and then over there. On the other side there's also a small note, Run all the way through here. And right back here in the left corner, on this very comfortable chair, you can easily pick it up, grab it. A man in transition, and we'll just simply take that. Then we'll head up the ladder here, friends. And as I said, there's a boss coming up right now. So you need to be well equipped, and hopefully you'll get some really good and valuable loot for ammo from the various crates here. Otherwise, just go through this area and grab the crates in the back first, and of course make sure to take those with you. And yeah, hopefully you'll find some ammo in them. Unfortunately, I only found scrap metal, but at least I could maybe craft a few things. Now we'll run through and over here on the right side. Before we go into the boss room, there's still a bit of scrap metal to pick up. And yes, one more seal to heal ourselves. Now craft a good amount in case you don't have enough with you. If necessary, buy something from the vending machine again if you're really running low. But it should actually work out. The boss is relatively tricky, and first we'll go through here, smash the wooden crate here, and quickly grab the very first loot while he's still spawning. Then it's best to immediately run around to the right along this specific route. You can actually run along here pretty well, because there are also some explosive barrels nearby like this one. And now of course we'll wait a moment until he arrives. Shoot at it and then quickly switch to the shotgun to land 1 or 2 solid shots on him. Of course aim for the center or the head. You have to burst all 3 eggs anyway. Then go left here and break through this thing again. And there's another explosive barrel there. It's best to clear the path here in advance and then wait until he comes around the corner. But sometimes he also spawns behind you, so you need to be a bit careful. And here he comes now. When he shoots those crawling creatures, you really have to go far around the corner. Those things can take pretty sharp turns, so you really need to be a bit careful. In any case, always use the explosive barrels here to stun him a bit. And then, of course, go in with the shotgun again and deal some solid damage. Ideally, land all your shots on the head and then switch back to the pistol. You can run a lap here. There's another explosive barrel back here, and of course we can use that one as well. Now we'll lure him over here again, and sometimes that's a bit tricky. He even spawns right there. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, because then he can run very nicely into the corner here and take another burst of fire. Then he can go in again with the shotgun, and that should actually finish him off quite quickly. In my case, I think I just missed 1 or 2 shots. But actually, he should go down for the first time now. Then just keep running laps here. There's loot in the back, but it's best to pick up the loot later. If you're running low on ammunition, you'll usually acquire more from the crates as well. Of course, you also still possess the trusty torch, which we can utilize again now. When he approaches, use the torch to effectively burn him, and then you can pump a few more shots into him. He'll go down for the very first time then. And now, of course, you still have to shoot all the other yellow parts he has on him. And that's precisely why we run away a bit and wait until he respawns. Perhaps we pick up a bit more ammunition here, and then we see exactly where he comes out. Right next to me, of course, but he still didn't quite manage to get me. It was incredibly close, and now of course I need to carefully shoot at his leg to effectively calm him down once again. Just walk along here and make sure to grab all of the remaining ammunition as well. There are always a few useful crates located here that you can thoroughly search for additional supplies and valuable items. Ammo is really great. It's tight with the boss, but you can walk along here, and back here there's also something to pick up. So this is the entrance where we came in, and then here, around the corner to the left again, there's another explosive barrel if you haven't activated it yet. And there might also be a bit of loot there, so lure him back in here nicely. You see, look, those things can really take some crazy turns, and they can really mess you up pretty badly. You really have to be careful then. When he comes, of course, head back to the explosive barrel, and then try to shoot off that weird thing on top of his head. That's actually much harder. And above all, you can also break it at the leg by hitting it. That actually works too, in case you really run out of ammo. Run through here one more time. And back here, there's a little spot where we can pick up some more ammo. And that should be more than enough to take him out. Of course, you also have to aim properly and charge your shots. Always a good thing to do, something I don't do nearly enough myself. And yeah, you guys pointed that out to me in the comments as well. Definitely a great tip, thanks to you all for that. And apparently charging your shots is always a good idea. I definitely need to do that more often. And apparently it doesn't even use up more shots. That's interesting too. Well, we took him out and I think it worked out pretty well for everyone. Otherwise, you can just grab the package now and get 1000 energy when you sell it later. We're done here. I assume you've picked up all the loot after the boss fight, just like you did. You can go through here again, then continue on in the back area. And here, activate the anomaly to basically unlock the path. It's up here somewhere in the corner over there. And of course, we activate it and can then continue through the building here. And here we go along and can easily jump over here, right now. You can already see it glowing brightly back there. And that's exactly where we need to go, to that glowing spot. And then we're basically already in the next section. Just run all the way through and grab your first trophy for this part back here. Yes, your first trophy for this part. Namely, when we touch this here, you'll need to fiddle around a bit with the left stick. And then, at some point, the thing will start to glow. And you need to fully absorb this vital energy here, so to speak, and by doing so, you will effectively move on to the subsequent part. Upon successful completion of this entire section, you will automatically and deservedly receive the prestigious trophy for your accomplishment. You've now received the first essence, so to speak. You can then absorb these essences and basically use them to actually further upgrade yourself a little bit. You can subsequently find even more essences later on. We also have to collect all of them in order to get a trophy. And yes, of course, we'll do all of that in due time. So friends, we've got the trophy in the bag, it's obtained, it's the first essence, and here we can then, or actually it's already automatically equipped when you come back in here. Once you've arrived here in this apartment after a few cinematic cutscenes, you can of course still find some valuable data here within the premises. You can find objects like the well to hell, let's pick that up, and there's also a bit of energy on the table. Of course, we very much want to take that with us too. Those old cassettes are simply worthless. It seems Vice truly doesn't know what good music is. And yes, here's a poster and a newspaper clipping from 1954. There's really quite a bit more to discover here. Go ahead and read through it. Sometimes it's actually pretty interesting. Walk through here, and in the back we can still open up and collect the valuable Open Your Eyes item. Alright, that's absolutely everything in the kitchen for now, but of course we'll head out again, straight through this particular area here. You could potentially go right here already, but unfortunately it is currently locked. Because first we need to crack the safe. That's what we're going to do now, so go through here and check out the remaining rooms. You really can't go wrong here. There are still a few things to collect here. But these database objects aren't relevant for trophies. Only the transmitter trophies matter. Here's the safe. We need to open it now, but first of course we have to find the code. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the code right away. Instead, we're actually going to look for the number. That's why we're going around here, and you can go out onto the balcony, but there's really nothing to find there. Well, let's go back and head over to the wall here, and you'll see another document there. Now we need to find the photo of Angela, and here's another document as well. Time's up, and then here in the bathroom, there's this photo of Angela's birthday party. And it says the 8th, 11th, but on it it's the 11th, 8th. And that's kind of a bit confusing, but it's not a big deal for the safe. There are only 2 possible combinations. So let's head back now, go into the toilet here and grab some blood and snow. And then after that we can head back even further and of course proceed to the secure safe in order to carefully open it. Back here in the room there really wasn't anything else. I just checked it again briefly, but nothing indeed happened, so let's then go back to the safe. And then enter 11-8, or rather 8-11. Wait, I think the initial 11-8 combination was wrong. It's actually the sequence 8-11, and that particular combination fits perfectly. The sturdy safe opens smoothly as well, and within we find a nice intriguing note here, and our mission is promptly updated. We've successfully completed it, and now we absolutely have to head to the refuge. So now we can confidently leave the apartment, of course, and use the clearly marked door on the left for that purpose. Yeah, it's a bit crazy here, because we're basically in the exact same apartment as before. Just in a different time period, but somehow the mysterious disease was already actively spreading here too, and honestly, I still haven't fully and completely figured out the intricate lore 100%, but perhaps you, my friend, have some valuable hints as well. In any case, it's a really cool, incredibly creepy story about some kind of mysterious disease that suddenly broke out. And this particular Edward we're looking for here, basically, we absolutely have to extract him in order to fully acquire his memory, or rather all of his significant memories. You then walk all the way through this area, and then you come down here to a small intriguing poster. And especially here, to a creepy door. And yes, someone is indeed calling at this very door, so that's precisely why we interact with it. At the door you can choose from different available responses, and we then select, why would Edward take your beloved daughter away from you? That was the significant decision that I ultimately made, and regarding the very next question, she genuinely wanted to know something else entirely, and then at that moment I confidently say, she absolutely doesn't have to, you will certainly be reunited. And with that, the conversation here is finished. She then closes the door once you've finished the dialogue, and of course you can then take the elevator here and go further up. Once you arrive at the very top, walk all the way through to the back area here, and then you should use the energy that is back here. The one you currently have in your inventory with 100 energy is pretty decent and quite effective. That's why we can walk all the way through to the very back area and then of course head back. Here we can easily go inside. Also be sure to pick up the note at the door and then you can go inside here. There's still quite a bit you can collect. Here is basically the next safe spot. And now things are coming one after another pretty nicely. That will probably change again though. But alright, of course, we'll definitely grab it and acquire the torch fuel here. We always make sure to pick it up each and every time to fully refill it. Let's proceed to grab the next essential transmitter here. This particular one is truly important for securing all the valuable trophies. We'll certainly take it along with us, and then of course we can efficiently manage our equipment right here as well, and so on. I mean, by this point you've undoubtedly got the complete hang of it. Whenever we use up our cores, I'll always let you know. Also, please grab the ammo here, and then... yeah, now we need to take the bolt cutter with us, friends. It's really important that you pack it now. That's why you absolutely have to take the bolt cutter with you. We need it now to open another stash. Otherwise, we'll just keep going through here. Grab the bolt cutter. And now we can continue along the main path. So, you'll want to head out through this particular door and then just simply turn left right here to get outside of the building. It looks just like before now, only a bit more snowy and all that. And like I said, we're now in a different time. And that's actually pretty cool, I think. Story-wise, I mean, it's best if you first head to the right, just make a little loop here. You'll find some scrap metal there, and then you can circle around here, go around the little house, and then you'll come into the park on the right. There are still some dangerous enemies lurking here, and of course we can head down into this area. Down here, there's some kind of truly creepy and unsettling statue. Whatever it is they were worshipping, we should go left here and grab the necessary chemicals. We can't get through here. But that's not a big deal. There's nothing to pick up on the other benches, so we'll just keep going. We actually need to go down here, but we do not have the necessary key for it just yet. So for now, please just grab the note that is located here, and I have already acquired the key. Now we definitively know precisely where the key is located, and we will proceed to go and retrieve it. Just make your way carefully through this area and pick up all of the remaining valuable loot first. So please head up towards the top left section here, because directly behind this small, unassuming kiosk, you will undoubtedly find some more essential energy. Yeah, then we can do a lap around here, because there's a bit more energy hidden back here as well. It's not really necessary, but of course we will certainly grab everything that we possibly can. So, right here at the corner on the right, there's more energy. Let's grab that too. Now we can move on to the next area. You'll see a cat running along here now. and we'll just meticulously follow that exact precise path to get to the very next section. Just keep steadily going down this long winding hallway and basically follow the elusive cat, even though we currently can't find it yet. We will definitely be able to track it down much later. Turn around right here, then go up the stairs, and up here there's a bit more vibrant energy, or rather underneath by this powerful gleaming motorcycle. Go all the way through this area, carefully follow this winding path, and at the very back you will ultimately find a rather large old trailer. There's also a little bit more to grab here, so just walk straight ahead and continue going through this area and you will eventually see this particular trailer. And there's still a bit more to collect before you head down here to the next section. So do another quick loop here. Pick this up while you're at it, and then you'll have a few more chemicals in your inventory. Of course, we'll grab those and do another round here. You can go ahead and unlock the gate back here. You don't have to do it right now, but you can unlock it already if you want. Then you should head down here and proceed directly to the right side of the area, into the basement of the building. And here in the basement we'll need the bolt cutter, which of course we picked up earlier. And then we can use it to open a specific barred door here. Go left right here, just past the motorcycle, and then immediately make another left turn again at this point. And then back here, into the left corner. That's where we need to go, where that weird figure is on the wall. Looks like someone was standing there. Here we can definitely use the bolt cutter, and inside here you'll find the space heater, which we definitely want to take with us. So go into your inventory, and if you don't have any space, use something so you can take the space heater with you. We definitely need it. If you don't take it, a few enemies will show up here in a moment. You can shoot them to grab the space heater afterwards, but you really should have it with you. It's quite important for obtaining trophies and also gives you a good amount of energy. Alright, first head through here and you'll find a photo on the wall. And of course, we'll pick that up. Head down here into this small basement room. There's still quite a bit of ember to collect here. Here are some crates filled with energy and another completely empty crate. And over here on the right side, there's also a bit more energy and the next few important notes. Namely, chaos here. And here are two more important notes for you to consider. Namely, back here in this specific corner, you will find note number 94, which is quite significant. And over here, another note. The ultimatum. Yes, we have successfully collected everything. Now the entire basement area is completely cleared out and we can certainly continue on our way forward. There will be a few more enemies coming up ahead, so please be very careful and do not rush around the basement too recklessly. Unfortunately, I did that wrong because then you get hit in the head by a door again, and that happens to me quite often. Well, go down here and I'll show you. You go through here and move this cabinet out of the way. And that's always a good thing to do. That way you know, okay, now I can make a quick getaway if I need to. Go in here and get ready, at least to take out the first enemy. We won't deal with the others, we'll just make a run for it. So go through here, but don't run too fast because right around the corner the door will basically swing open and hit you in the head. That's why, here at 94. Don't run past too quickly, but rather go around the outside. Or maybe take the other route, that works too of course. Take care of the loot here. If it drops from the shotgun, you can always stomp on it again. Stomp on it twice, but then it's best to get away quickly or fire another shot just to be sure. Unfortunately, I only hit the armor again, so I have to make a quick escape and give him a few more pistol shots. Yeah, and that one's already clearly noted, which is precisely why it's pretty incredibly powerful. Definitely much stronger than the regular standard weapons. Well, we've successfully taken care of him, and now it's truly important, my friends. When you grab all the essential stuff from Shed 94, make absolutely sure you get moving very quickly and run back out of here. There's nothing else particularly valuable or essential here that we really need, so we should head back to Shed 94, which is precisely where the nest basically is located, and there you can find the next crucial item. Make sure to pick it up, we definitely and absolutely need it. It's the key to the entire refuge. Grab it quickly and then get out of there as fast as possible. Go around this area all the way outside, because enemies will inevitably come from everywhere. But you can actually dodge them pretty well. If you stick to the edge as you run past, you'll make it through just fine. Quickly get back to the locker and save your ammo, which is really just common sense. Otherwise it's a waste. Run over here and activate the locker, then head back again. And the enemies of course can't follow you in there. That's why it's perfect, you save a lot of ammo. And now we can move on of course. Head further out here, and for now there's nothing to pick up here. But now you'll soon see the cat sneaking along here again. And we're basically going to follow it now. If you run out here, you'll see it running off to the left. So of course we quickly chase after it and diligently follow the adorable cat to the familiar playground, precisely where we were just a moment ago. If we gently pet it there, we will actually acquire a valuable core. And of course we undertake this action so that we can ultimately obtain the coveted cat trophy later on. Therefore, make absolutely sure to interact with Karol the cat here, and as a well-deserved reward, you will also receive a precious core. Naturally, you'll want to take it with you, unless you don't have any space. If you're like me, you can simply grab an energy drink, and then you can still easily take the core with you, making it a convenient option. Sometimes it feels a bit wasteful, but that's just how it is with inventory slots. That's why we try to upgrade them as quickly as possible, and not give up too many cores right away. Just head back from here. The phone rings. That was truly kind of crazy and quite creepy, I honestly thought. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea who actually called. Just keep going here, and now we can of course head back into the shed. And that's exactly what we are going to do. So you should proceed over here, use the essential key, and you will then head down to the very next floor. Yeah, once you are finally here, you will clearly see the important prompt: head to the refuge, to safety. That definitely worked out perfectly and completely. And yeah, then we come down here, guys, into this weird creepy bunker thing. No idea, but there's nothing to pick up here, just go straight through. And here, around the corner to the left, and now this is where the looting starts a bit. Namely, when you go in here, you can open a few more doors, and yeah, check them out. Go ahead and go in there, check everything, and grab the energy here as well. And then we'll go through the next door here too. Namely, here on the left, you can go in there. And there's a bathroom in there. There's also a bit more energy in there. Let's grab that too, here in this creepy bathroom. Someone could really truly use a mop in here again. But alright, let's just keep moving forward for now. We don't really want to complain any further, and we'll just collect the next available items here. Alright, you can clearly see a little area here, kind of like a cafeteria, and you can easily go inside. And then you'll get to a cutscene. And it's quite creepy, truly kind of crazy too. You don't really understand it initially at first glance, but eventually you'll end up back here. When you completely regain full control of your game, you'll be right back exactly here again, and now you've basically equipped this item here, ready for use. And it deals extra damage to burning enemies, more damage that is. That's a new perk you've just acquired. Go through here and you'll come down to the subway station. We've already collected everything upstairs. That's why you head down here. And now we can definitely use the bolt cutter again. We can use it right here on the door to the right. That was basically the very first and indeed the initial door where we didn't even know how to properly open it at all. And now we can use the bolt cutter there. Utilize this particular thing and you will certainly acquire a substantial amount of blood here and a considerable bit of energy. Secure all of that and you can most definitely continue onward. Scrap metal and so on. We'll also take the chemicals with us. And that was really worth it here. Nice. So head back out and through this door, and then we're basically back inside the building. From here, of course, we can seamlessly go straight to the very next checkpoint. But first, let's carefully use this rather weird device right here. It appears to be some kind of strange, entirely new anomaly that we are utilizing here. And we also gain a significant bit of crucial information. Just keep steadily going through this specific area and you'll ultimately end up in the brand new area located below. Or rather, we'll actually go there in the next episode. You can see the transmitter here. We've already activated it before. Now we're basically back and we can save our game on the right here. Upgrade, do everything we need to. We don't want to waste any cores, that would be good. And then I'll see you in the next part. So guys,